Hey everyone, welcome to Simplilearn. Today we will learn the basics of what exactly Tableau is, the charts and graphs available in Tableau, the storyboards and the dashboard. Along with that, we will also understand some critical aspects like data blending in Tableau, joins and data modeling in Tableau. Right? Now, for a better understanding, let's start with a simple use case so that you have a better idea what the problem statement is and how exactly you can come up with a solution to that particular problem statement. Let's consider a simple use case for a real-time imports and exports dashboard for business growth. Let's imagine you're an ambitious entrepreneur who runs a successful import and export business dealing with multiple products across various states in your country. However, you recently started and to struggle with a lack of real-time visibility into your operations. Tracking your imports and exports to specific states or monitoring product performance was a challenge, which often led to delayed business decisions. One day you discover Tableau, a powerful data visualization tool, and after implementing it, you're amazed at the clarity it provided. Tableau can offer real-time insights showing trends, product demand, and country-specific data at a glance. With this newfound control, you now can make faster, smarter decisions, optimizing your supply chain and growing your business with confidence. So that's how Tableau can change the world of business intelligence. That said, if these are the type of videos you'd like to watch, then hit that like and subscribe buttons and the bell icon to get notified. Just for a quick info, if you want to upskill yourself, master data science and data analytics skills to land your dream job, or grow in your career, then you must explore Simplilearn's cohort of various data science and data analytics programs. Simplilearn offers various certifications and postgraduate programs in collaboration with some of the world-leading universities like Caltech, IIT Kanpur, and many more. Through our courses, you will gain knowledge and work-ready expertise in skills like advanced Excel, Python, machine learning, data visualization, generative AI, and over a dozen others. That's not all, you also get the opportunity to work on multiple projects and learn from industry experts working on top-tier product and data companies and also academics from top universities. After completing these courses, thousands of learners have transitioned into a data science or data analytics role as a fresher or moved on to a higher paying job and profile. If you are passionate about making your career in this field, then make sure to check out the link in the pinned comment and description box below to find a data science and data analytics program that fits your experience and areas of interest. Now, without further delay, let's get started with our topic for today, which is Tableau Data Visualization. So, let's get started with the agenda for today's session. Firstly, what exactly is Tableau? Followed by that, we will have a simple two-step procedure to install Tableau in your Windows operating system. Then we will start Tableau. So we will have a quick walkthrough about what are the features in Tableau, how to import data, and followed by that, once we import the data, we will check into the joins in Tableau and data blending and data modeling in Tableau. Once we have all the data ready for processing or data visualization, then we will get started with building storyboards and lastly, create a fully functional and operational Tableau dashboard. I hope I made myself clear with the agenda. Now let's get started. So what exactly is Tableau? So basically, Tableau is just another business intelligence tool. Tableau is a visual analytics platform transforming the way we use data to solve problems, empowering people and organizations to make the most of their data. Now, the process of installing Tableau in your Windows. So if you're using Windows operating system, just open Google. And once you open Google, you just have to type install Tableau and then you will have the following web page. So once you get into this web page, you just have to get yourself registered by adding your first name, last name, all the details, business or personal email. If you're working for an organization, you can add that, size of the company, department, job role, country, etc., phone number, and then you can download a free trial. Once you download the files, you just have to go through the installation procedures and you will be fully ready with your Tableau Desktop, which looks something like this. Right, we already have some data here. You don't have to worry. We will restart Tableau and try to import our data freshly. So there you go. Once you get started with Tableau, this is the overview we'll have. So Tableau basically has some open source data dashboards for your learning experience. So you also have some tabs here where you can get started with learning Tableau, and you also get some and explore some sample data sets and everything. Now we will be dealing with this particular one. Get started with a data source. So Tableau is just like any other data visualization tool which can access data from anywhere. You can get connected yourself to a database. You can get connected yourself to a website, a social media platform, or anything. And if you want your data to be in Excel format, you can also get connected to a CSV or an Excel data file or anything, right? So if it is data, then you can access it. Now we will be dealing with the Excel files, right? So our sales data is present in this particular data set. So we have product data, delivery data, customers data, vendor data. So what I've did is I've combined all those into one complete workbook, which happens to be our sales combined. Let's have a quick overview of how it exactly looks like. So this is how our sales data looks like. The first tab, which happens to be the vendors tab, which is the person who is selling the product. So he has the order ID, order date, delivery date, traffic, leads, etc. Right? So before we have a quick walkthrough about this data, let's try to create a sample data, right? So we are making use of GPT here. So this is the prompt. So what we are writing is we want 4 datasets, each of 5,000 entries. So the 4 dataset names are vendor, customer, order, and delivery, right? So these are the datasets, and we are looking for these columns: order ID, order date, delivery date, traffic, leads, orders, revenue, and here we have another column. So you can see orders in all the 4 data tables. So there is a reason behind it. So this acts as a primary key which helps us to create a join or create a relationship between the other tables, right? And here if you see, we have order date and delivery date together. And here in the last table, last but one, delivery table, we have booking day and receipt day, right? So these are one and the same, but we are maintaining a different name because this will help us in understanding what exactly is data blending, right? Data blending is nothing but the same data in between 2 different tables, shared among 2 different tables, but with different column names. So sometimes if Tableau is able to understand what exactly is happening, then it will automatically establish a relationship between 2 different tables. But in case if it doesn't understand by reading the column name, in case if there is a different column name in different tables, then it might not establish that content or connection, right? So in such scenarios, you can have to go with the custom connection between 2 tables by linking the data columns. So in this case, we will link order date with booking day and delivery date with receipt date, right? And the last table is here. So which will be having product ID, product category, and quantity. So we're also adding some category names here and product names and quantity, right? So how many number of products have been ordered, right? And we are taking this data from a common man's POV, right? So we will quickly copy this prompt and we will drop it on the window of ChatGPT. So we are using a premium version here. So quickly we should be receiving the response. There you go. So we have 2 different responses here. And here you can select any one of those and quickly download in the form of CSV or as a workbook. So we have already downloaded that particular data set and we have clubbed them into one, right? So we have the same data and we have distributed them in 4 different sheets. So these are the ones. So we have every column that we gave into the prompt. And here you can see we have revenue and company. We did not calculate profit, which happens to be revenue minus cost to company, so that we can do this practically on Tableau to understand the calculated fields. Now that we have a brief understanding about our data set, now let's begin with creating storyboards on our Tableau. So there you go. I'll select the sales combined workbook and open it. And shortly we will be having the data set ready. So here we have it. Now, as you can see, we have 4 different data tables. Now to establish a data model or to establish a connection between 2 different columns or to join them, all you have to do is just drag the dataset here and leave it. And after that, whichever table you want to join with the first table, just drag and drop. There you go. You have the first connection. This particular pipeline or a string type connection is nothing but a connection between the 2 different data tables, right? They have established it. And now let's connect this again, this one here. So I think we drag delivery twice. Let's drag product. And the last one, which happens to be the delivery, not the vendor, right? There you go. So there you go. We have a quick, good connection. So Tableau has identified the data. So if we quickly go to the data vision sheet here. So initially we had a booking day and delivery day, receive day, right? So it has understood the format and it has mentioned it as a calendar format here, and order date and booking day are recognized as one and the same, and we have a proper connection established here. Right. Let's say I want to create a join between two tables. Let me quickly drag and drop all the tables here. Now, let's say I wanted to create a join. Now, you double click this particular table and now drag delivery here, and here you can see there is a join, an inner join. If you want to modify that, you can also modify that to a full join, full outer join, right join, and left join. And here we can see Tableau has automatically recognized on what basis it should create a join, which is order ID from the first customer table and order ID from the second table, which happens to be the delivery table, right? Now, we don't want to proceed with the join for this particular data set. We will just simply go ahead with data modeling, right? Let's quickly model the data back. I have customers data here, delivery data here, and the product data here, and lastly, the vendor. There you go. Our data model is fully prepared now. Now what we can do is go back to sheet 1 and get started with creating storylines. Now let's say I want to identify the total sales based on regions. So what we can quickly do is you can add regions to columns. You can add order IDs to rows. There you go. So what we did is we quickly changed the aggregation of order ID so that it counts the total number of orders present in that particular region, right? So we have 4 different regions here. So it has calculated total orders that we received from all the different regions. So to improvise this, you can also add data tables or data labels. So what you can do is uh, drag and drop order IDs to label, and here the aggregation, you can also do that. So that tooltip, you just have to add it to the tooltip. Measure should be sum. There you go. Now you have the count of orders from 4 different regions. And in case if you want to make it a little more colorful, you can also add region to color so that each and every region has a different color. So that's the first story that we made, a region-wise sales, so that you can understand which is the highest profit making region in your country. So here I can see northeast region is giving us the highest sale here, which happens to be 31 lakh 96,296 sales. Now let's create a new sheet, and now let's understand the sales based on category or product, right? Now let me add category to columns and the number of orders that we received based on those particular categories, and all numbers, and you might have to change the aggregation. So here it is, measure to sum, and you have what do you say, the bar graph here. But in case if you don't want the bar graph, you choose to have something else than a bar graph, then you can go with the pie chart here, and here you can change the standard size to entire view, and you have it here. And just like we discussed before, you can add order ID to label and change the aggregation. Yeah, it already changed. Okay. Yeah, there you have. So change the aggregation to sum or count, and you have the total number of orders from a different category. And if you want the category name also to be popped up, you can also add a category into the table. Now you can see we have medical category has so many number of orders, furniture has so many, auto parts have so many, and electronics has so many number of orders. And you can change the sheet name to category wise sales. Right now you can create a new story again. So since you're dealing with American states, so you can also do a state-wise sales report. So where you have the sales number, yeah, you have the sales detail here. You can add it to the columns, and number of orders. Or let's say we will go with traffic. Let's see which country has the highest number of traffic. Now, since we have, you can see that the state thing is visualize a geographic location. You can choose a map here, right? You can choose this type of map or this one. So this is one of the recommended ones. I'll go with this one. And it might take a little while to read the data and give us the numbers. And you can also add the state to text label here, and also some of the traffic. So it's okay, it might take a little while to reflect on this particular map. So that's how you do the statewide sales. And let's go through the dataset once again and see what kind of reports we can move ahead and create, right? Now we have a product reports here. Let's go with the product sales as well. You can drag and drop product to rows and the leads and products here. And you can choose a map chart, tree map. There you go. So you can also add leads to label. Just drag and drop it here. And now you can see we have medical. Okay, we will also add category, right? Drag and drop, and you can add it to rows to split the category in 4 different formats, or you can drag and drop categories into columns to make it look like this, right? Now you can see medical is the highest one, which is giving you the total highest number of leads. So you have 34,000 number of highest leads from medical category. In a total, it is more than about 65 or 67,000, right? So that's how you can do it. Now let's keep it this way. Now we can term it as category wise sales. Right now, let's quickly create a new sheet. Now, as discussed, let's try to also venture into the calculated fields. Now, if you quickly take a look at the data, we have revenue, we have orders, leads, and everything. And we also have cost of the company and revenue. But if you closely observe, we don't have something called as profit, right? You might be spending around 10 rupees to buy a product and 15 rupees to sell it. So you made about 5 rupees of profit. Now, did you see the column named as profit here? No. So how to create that new column header, which is termed as profit. Now, let's quickly double click this and double click this one as well. And go to table type appearance. Now you can see what's the cost and revenue. Now I wanted to create a new column which is termed as profit. Now click this particular option, which is a small arrow kind of thing. And here you can see a create option. Go to a field called as calculated field, right? Now we want this to be named as profit. And if you're unsure about the functionalities it is about to offer, you can have all this here, right? You can work with different data types. Let's say since we already have delivery date and order date, we don't know how many days it took to deliver the product. Let's say you wanted to find out that. You wanted to find out the difference between the delivery date and the order date to know what are the number of days a particular vendor or a particular delivery guy is taking to deliver your product from your end to the customer. You can also do that, right? For now, we want to go with the number one, right? So here we have multiple options. You can go with max, minimum, power, radians, and you can also go with trigonometry things, everything, right? Now I want to calculate. You can access this using the small menu icon here, right? You can do that. So if you don't want, you can just quickly continue. Now here we want to do something called as sum of revenue. Here you have it. You can scroll and press tab minus sum of cost to company, and your formula is done. So in case if there are errors, it will say the calculation contains errors. So you might have the error over here. Closing parenthesis. Okay. Yeah, so we did not close the parenthesis to this one, right? This is because we manually typed it. But in case if you had taken the recommendations from Tableau, you could have got something like this, which already has a closing parenthesis over here. Now we want to subtract revenue minus cost to company, right? So again, scroll down and press tab to select, and there you go. Now the calculation is valid, as you can see here. And now you just press apply and okay anything, and you will have a new column called as profit. Now let's understand. Let's remove these both from here. Let's remove this one as well. Now we have a new sheet, fresh sheet. Now we want to identify which category, which vendor. Yeah, let's say we want to identify that one product which is giving us maximum profit. Now what you can do is you can take the product let's quickly check the data once. So here we have the product data. Now here we have category and product, right? So we want this particular one, the product, and want to find out which is that one single product which is giving us the maximum profits, right? Now let's go to the product table. Here we have the product. Select the product and drop it around the columns or rows wherever you want. And now we have recently created a new calculated field which happens to be the profit. Search for it. There you go. We have it here and drop it right here. There you go. Now, if you would like to go with this particular one, which is bubble chart, you can also do that. And you can also have the aggregation of profit to the text label here and change aggregation to sum. There you go. We already have the table here. So you can see tablets and syrups. As we have this here category by sales, so the category was tablets and syrup. The medical category was the highest selling one. So here, obviously, we have the highest selling ones are these two ones, right? And something from furniture is not performing well, right? So here we have it. 48,000 happens to be the least one, and so on. Right now, let's quickly do it. Product wise profit. So far, so good. So we have about 4 to 5 sheets, and now we can quickly go with a dashboard with some KPIs. Okay. Now what you can do is just quickly drag and drop those sheets onto your dashboard and make some adjustments to it. You can close show me, and here you can choose standard and the size of your dashboard. You can also program or make your dashboard such a way that it can be visible in phone as well. I don't want the phone now. I want to go with the default one. And here you have size of the canvas. You can increase the width and height of your canvas or decrease it. There you go. So far we have installed region-wise sale. You can also, change the size of your charts here. Drag and drop state-wise sales. And you can drag and drop category-wise sales, product-wise profits as well. So there you go. So after making some adjustments, right, in the width-wise or the length-wise, you can adjust the dashboard. And one thing which is missing here is the KPIs. So we created a new sheet here and added a KPI termed as leads. Similarly, add another sheet, and this will be your revenue. Add revenue to rows or columns, and you can choose a table here just like we did before, and you can add to tooltip, and similarly you can add orders and graphics as well, and this will be named as orders, this will be named as traffic. So drag and drop traffic to the rows or columns, select table, and add traffic to tooltip. Similarly, orders, drag and drop orders to rows, and this should be a card, and orders to tooltip. There you go. Again, we will go to dashboard, and here you can drag and drop the cards that you recently created. So I want the leads to be here. Don't worry, we can adjust the cards. There you go. So after making few adjustments to the title, we can get the last one, apply. This particular one as well, let's keep it as 10 so that the numbers are visible. And lastly, this one. So you have the KPIs, region-wise sales, state-wise sales, product-wise sales, category-wise, and product-wise as well. So this was supposed to be product-wise sales. Here we have product-wise and category-wise, both, not a problem. And here you have, if you close the show me icon, so here we have the filters and slicers. So in case if you wanted to check for the sales happening in only Mid-East from category of chairs and product chairs and the category as furniture, there you go. So you have the total information on that front, and if you can just quickly release all the filters, you have that. And if you wanted to know the sales of dining table, here you have it with all the related information to that particular item. So that's how you create a completely interactive dashboard in Tableau. And this brings us to the end of this session on data visualization using Tableau. If you have any queries regarding any of the topics covered in this session, or if you require the resources like PPT, Dataset, Prompt, or download links, then please feel free to let us know in the comment section below, and our team of experts will be happy to resolve all your queries at the earliest. Till next time, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Staying ahead in your career requires continuous learning and upskilling. Whether you're a student aiming to learn today's top skills or a working professional looking to advance your career, we've got you covered. Explore our impressive catalog of certification programs in cutting-edge domains, including data science, cloud computing, cybersecurity, AI, machine learning, or digital marketing. Designed in collaboration with leading universities and top corporations, and delivered by industry experts, choose any of our programs and set yourself on the path to career success. Click the link in the description to know more.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.